Ramasipili has been unnoticed because he is not loud. But each cross-examination he hits the hardest. He is the brilliant one. People tend to see the loud ones as good, but they are not. Mshololo attacks witness characters, insults them, and touches on unnecessary procedure failures. Mnisi is an angry man whose criticism is irritating. Yes, sometimes he has good points that are shaking the case. Ngomezulu is another devil. He brings unfounded stories. He is all over. He doesn't have a plan. A person like that is never taken seriously by the court. Ngumalo is another one. Ngumalo is another silent killer. He doesn't talk too much, but when he opens his mouth, which is quite rarely, ladies and gentlemen, just know it is worth it. Big ups to Ramasipili and Uzithulele Ngumalo says this comment. Let me know in the comment section your reaction down below, because they went up accused number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and gave the analysis of each one. Okay, they didn't just pick Ramasipili and leave it at that. No, they explained in detail. Okay, because I had to funda here. The punctuations are correct. The sentences are well aligned. There's even commas in here, which I appreciate, Mr. Commenter. I don't know if it's Mr. or Miss, but I appreciate this comment. But let me ask you this. Do you think this is Judge Rata typing in the comment section incognito? I honestly don't know who it is. But you know what? On this channel, this is a safe space for everyone, okay? We can agree, we can disagree, but what I love about it is the respectful nature of that, especially when you're coming to disagree. I need juice, meat, substance. Give me your reasons why, so that I can understand where you're coming from and then I can react to it. But sometimes they're just some random sentences that are thrown in the comment section, and then I search high, low. Maybe they came up with the second comment. Maybe there's a third one. Maybe they'll take the time to explain. No. Dololo. So shout out to this commenter, but I'm putting it to the family, okay, members of the jury, because you have work to do. What say you? Does Shololo attack witnesses? Give me an example of a witness character that Shololo attacked. Nisi is an angry man whose criticism is irritating. I wouldn't call Nisi an angry man. He's actually a very, very funny man. If I'm to characterize him, I wouldn't put him in the angry department. Not Umnisi Wemvula. And then Ngomezulu is another, therefore he brings unfounded stories. Speaking of advocate, therefore, I'm going to ask our prayer warriors, okay, in the comment section. There is a lot of work to do for advocate, therefore, okay. We saw how accused number 3 and 5 have received, an upgrade in accommodations. So I'm just going to ask you to pray for advocate. Therefore, I can't go into details, but you guys know the high-end story, okay? So let's do the prayers. Thank you to my prayer warriors in the comment section, okay? Now, I can't wait to hear your thoughts. You know what? I can agree with the commentator when he says Ngumalo is a silent killer. You know what I can agree with? Since the day I found out his name is Zdulele. Oh my goodness. I said, wow. If there was ever a time that a person was their name and their name was the person, it is right there in Zdulele Ngumalo. And Zdulele Ngumalo came to order, okay? He's that guy who respects his elders. And when Ngomezulu needed help, Zutulele said, I'm right there, my brother. Okay. I am right there as your young brother. If there's anything in the court, let me know. Also, you over there, Muzi Severe, let me know. I'm here as Tulele Ngumalo, but that don't count me out. Do not dare count me out. I'm here to stand for a brother in need. Okay? Shout out to Advocate Ngumalo as well. And the commenter says, big ups to Rams and Ngumalo. Speaking of reading comments, there's one more comment I want to bring to your urgent attention. Or rather, I want to shout out to Ray in Malawi. Hello, Malawi. You see, when I tell you guys that there's an international gang who are also watching this, I'm not making it up. It's because I see it in the comment section, and Ray said, please, I insist, say my name, my sister, shout me out. So Ray, this moment is yours. Thank you for watching the SENZO MEYIWA updates over here on the Legal Experts. Or should I say the Commentator Experts channel, Mzansi Unfiltered. We appreciate you. Thanks for watching. And keep us posted. Let us know your thoughts on the trial too. I will be looking out for your comments from Malawi. Okay, now let's jump straight into this. I don't know if it's part 65 of Funda Temba Funda, but this time we're taking a spin. Okay, it's going to be Chaza Temba Chaza. Okay, and somebody said no, it's not Funda Temba, it's Funda Nicholas. Comment section, shout out to you. You are the real experts of the YouTube streets. Okay, I don't care what anybody else says. Comment section is the one. Let's jump into Advocate Ramasipili, okay, who, as the commentator said, is not loud, but each cross-examination he hits the hardest. Listen, I am a believer, okay? Ramasipili did hit very hard on day one of cross-examination. You know, there's no court today. So because Brigadier Bangani and Nicholas Ginenda has gone to write his exams. Well, he's not writing today. He's writing tomorrow. Remember, the judge is so kind. The judge is so lenient. He gets one study day, okay? And then he gets to go for the exam. And then he comes back to court after. So that is the order of events, okay? So today he is studying for his LLB. And yeah, so let me leave it at that. Let's jump into part 6500 of Brigadier Bongani Kininda explaining the warrant officer Makubo and Buthelez's situation. And, you know, he resents Ramasipili for even mentioning that there was a parallel investigation between the two. Warrant officer Makubo, that's team A, okay? And then warrant officer... what am I saying? Brigadier Kinenda and his other cold case unit members who are still reporting to him, okay? Because Ubuthelezi and Makubo, it's not clear what they did. Someone said in the comment section, wow, in the South African police services, you can just do as you want. You don't answer to anyone. And Brigadier Kinenda says, you know, in the police services, when an instruction is given, guys, I need you to hear the tone that he takes. He even hits the desk with a pen. This is enraging for him, okay? Because this is a man who loves power. And you know how the saying goes, when absolute power corrupts. I'll let you finish it in the comment section down below. And so he says, when an instruction is given, this is the lead investigator. When an instruction is given by the lead investigator, aka himself, protocol must be observed. And I am the most senior ranking in that cold case unit, and nobody can tell me nothing. I was the colonel then, okay? None of them. So they must have followed protocol. And what protocol did Warrant Officer Makubo do? Rent open case 375. Jab, 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 hook. Let me know in the comment section if you've read that book. Jab, jab, right hook. I think it is. Can't remember the title. But yeah, it says jab, jab, jab. Ooh. Okay. Enough talking from me. Let's jump straight into it.
Now that an emanating from your answer as to Warrant Officer Makubo, Colonel Buthelezi, not reporting back to you as the investigating officer, and the fact that they do have copies of 636 each on them, does that mean there was a parallel investigation by yourself and Makubo and Buthelezi and yourself and Ramohala and Buthelezi and Makubo on this matter?
I wouldn't say there was a parallel investigation. My Lord, as I said, the lines of engagement, and that is the protocol, because I was not told officially there's a parallel investigation. When an instruction is given that this is the lead investigating officer, that is instruction. Protocol must be observed. That is now the discipline that we are taught in the police. Secondly, the chain of command in terms of seniority was very clear as to who is the leading investigating officer, other than the appointment itself. So there is no parallel investigation that I'm aware of. That's to answer Mr. Ramsipile's question. Secondly, there is only one docket, my Lord, that relates to the death of SENZO MEYIWA, and that is docket 636, Phosphorus 636 of 10/2014. What I know insofar as what could be termed parallel, and I don't know how, my Lord, is that docket 375 of 1/2019 was then opened, and I've heard this assertion that is parallel, but as I said in my evidence in chief, that is a docket of defeating the end of justice, not murder. So I'm not sure how the two can be parallel, because this is murder, this is defeating. This occurs in 2014, the docket of defeating gets opened in 2019. So I'm not aware, my Lord. I know that there's been this talk that parallel, but there's no parallel insofar as I know, my Lord. Lastly, my Lord, on that aspect, as I've said again, that on the 29th of January 2019, when we met at the DPP's office, Lieutenant Colonel Buthelezi and Warrant of Samakubo, the docket that I saw, not perusing it but seeing the file, that they said, and obviously I picked it up during the discussion between Brigadier Perumal, the DPP and them. As I said, it was not a conducive meeting. But I do recall that the docket that they brought forward or said, we are done with the investigation, it was in relation to 375 of 1/2019. I did not see them or hear them or observe them saying, here's 375 and here's the district docket. They were simply referring to 375, and that is why I'm saying I'm not aware of any parallel investigation. Hence, on our side, meaning Brigadier Perumal and obviously I was in his company, insofar as this matter, we're far from over, my Lord, at that time.
And further that the A1, the complainant in 375/01/2019, according to the information you have, is Warrant Officer Makubo.
Yes, I said, my Lord, specifically according to the system, in other words, the case system of the police, it indicates that it's Warrant Officer Makubo, my Lord.
It's A1.
Yeah.
And now, having had access to 375/01/2019, and by access, I'm not saying perusal, I mean the time when you had it, when an order was made that disclosure of that docket should be made available to the defense team in this matter. If you can answer it, you can. If you can't, you can't. Do you know who the suspects are in 375/01 of 2019?
My Lord, my recollection, and I say this under correction, my recollection, because I want to assist as far as I can, I do know that it will be the people who were inside the house, according to what they allege, and I think Mrs. I don't know whether it's a Miss or Mrs. Piri. That's basically what I recall, my Lord.
Singer Kelly Kumalo.
Kelly Kumalo. Singer Kelly Kumalo.
Singer Kelly Kumalo. Kelly Kumalo. Kelly Kumalo.
Kelly Kumalo. Kelly Kumalo. Definitely Kelly Kumalo.
Now, at that meeting of the 29th of January 2019, with Brigadier Perumal, the DPP, and yourselves as the investigative team of 636 of 10/2014, what reasons did Makubo and Buthelezi give for refusing to share that docket with a person appointed by the National Commissioner to come and coordinate 636 of 10 of 2014?
Yeah, my Lord, I do not have a clear verbatim in terms of the response, but all I can say is that there was resistance. It should be noted, my Lord, like I said, before this meeting of the 29th of January, there was already an engagement telephonically between the Brigadier Perumal, and the members, and I was told that there was resistance. So meeting there with the DPP and them, things were not really. It was a tense situation. Like I said, the Brigadier took exception in terms of protocol and discipline, but there were a lot of issues, my lord, which I don't think are relevant for this matter, except to say there was a tension, my lord, and I don't recall the reasons given, my lord.
And that infighting, that those differences between yourself, Ramohala, Buthelezi, Makubo, what effect, if any, did it have on the adequacy of investigation and the integrity of investigation of 636-10 of 2014?
Well, my lord, I wouldn't say it had any negative effect. One will recall, my lord, that, as I said, at the beginning, it was a fact-finding type of a mission. It wasn't, the misunderstanding or the difference of opinion was not insofar as whether there is evidence to link, for example, accused 1 or accused 2 or any of these accused. It was really to dissect and see whether the docket, in terms of what is contained in the docket, not what someone is wishing, my lord, or what allegations are saying, whether the docket, in terms of the evidence contained in the docket, suggests indeed that there were no intruders or there were intruders. So the difference of opinion was insofar as that part, and that is where we walked our separate ways, my lord. So insofar as the investigations that led to the site of these accused and eventually their arrest and the processes that followed, my lord, there was no issues or integrity or even a desire to say we simply followed. And I'm talking about me now, my lord, because I was now leading the team. Without the 2 members, we simply followed the evidence and were guided by what was available at the time. We collected whatever we needed to collect, my lord, within the prescripts of the law. So there was nothing that was done out of those boundaries.
Now, just reverting to Docket 375 of 01-2019, I know that it's got nothing to do with you, but the question is this. Are you aware that the DPP has yet to take or make a decision on whether or not to prosecute that docket?
As a court, please, my lord, I don't think that is correct. There is a letter to that effect. The DPP has made a decision, and his decision is to hold over a final decision pending the outcome of this matter.
Yes.
As a court pleases, my lord, I do take the response by my learned colleague. If I may, for contextual purposes, my lord, refer the witness to Exhibit Q, which is a directive or correspondence from the DPP dated the 26th of October 2022. And this correspondence was addressed to the erstwhile advocate of all the accused persons before court, Advocate M.D. Tefo. And this is an exhibit of this court, my lord. And I'm not sure whether the contents thereof have been placed on record, but in line with Mafaledi's case, my lord, I'll do so here.
Mzansi Unfiltered, checking out. Catch you on my next upload.
My lord, I'm indebted.
Yeah.
As the court pleases, my lord, I'm indebted.
Yeah.
If the grooves don't fit, acquit the 5 accused. Mzansi has done a fantastic job proving there was no match.